Romeo and Juliet. The beginning. The story takes place in Verona, Italy. Two powerful families, the Montagues and the Capulets, hate each other. They fight all the time, and nobody even remembers how the fight began. It's just old family hatred. Romeo is from the Montague family. He's a young, emotional boy who dreams about love. Juliet is a beautiful girl from the Capulet family. She's only 13 years old. How they meet. One night, the Capulets throw a big party. Romeo and his friends sneak in, even though they aren't invited, just to have fun. At the party, Romeo sees Juliet for the first time, and it's love at first sight. They talk, fall in love instantly, and even kiss. But then they both find out that they are from enemy families. Even though it's dangerous, they can't stop loving each other. Secret marriage. The next day, Romeo and Juliet meet secretly, with the help of Friar Lawrence, a kind priest who hopes their love will stop the family war. They get married in secret. Now they're husband and wife. But no one knows except the friar and Juliet's nurse. The fight and Romeo's punishment. Later that day, Juliet's cousin Tybalt gets angry that Romeo came to the party. He challenges Romeo to duel, a sword fight. Romeo refuses to fight because Tybalt is now family. But Romeo's friend Mercutio steps in and fights Tybalt instead. Tybalt kills Mercutio, so Romeo, full of anger and sadness, kills Tybalt in revenge. The Prince of Verona is furious and banishes Romeo from the city. If Romeo ever comes back, he will be killed. The sad plan. Juliet is heartbroken, her husband is banished, and her parents don't know about the marriage. They decide to marry her off to Count Paris, a nobleman she doesn't love. Juliet begs Friar Lawrence for help. He gives her a special sleeping potion that will make her seem dead for 2 days. His plan: Juliet will drink the potion. Her family will think she's dead and place her in the family tomb. Friar Lawrence will send a message to Romeo. Romeo will come, take her away when she wakes up, and they can live together happily. The tragic ending. But the message never reaches Romeo. Instead, Romeo's friend tells him that Juliet is dead. Heartbroken, Romeo buys poison and goes to her tomb. He sees her lying there, pale and still, and believes she's truly dead. He kisses her one last time and drinks the poison. A few moments later, Juliet wakes up and finds Romeo dead beside her. She takes his dagger and kills herself. The lesson: when the families discover what happened, they are filled with guilt and sorrow. They finally realize that their hatred caused the death of their own children. They make peace and promise never to fight again. Moral of the story: hate destroys everything, even love. Love and peace are stronger than old grudges. Acting in anger or haste can lead to tragedy. Questions and answers. 1. What was the reason that the Montagues and the Capulets had a war? The Montagues and Capulets were enemies because of an ancient family feud. Nobody remembers how it began, but both families kept the hatred alive for generations. 2. Why did the Romeo and Juliet died at the end of the story? Romeo and Juliet died at the end because of a tragic chain of misunderstandings, bad timing, and the hatred between their families. Romeo and Juliet died because of the hatred between their families, lack of communication. Romeo didn't get the message, bad timing, and impulsive decisions. Their deaths finally made the Montagues and Capulets realize how foolish their feud was. They made peace, but it came too late. Moral: hate destroys love and peace. Misunderstanding and anger can lead to tragedy. True love shouldn't be hidden or controlled by pride and hate. 3. Why Romeo and Juliet did not had kids before they die. And how did they got married when they were too young to get married? Romeo and Juliet never got the chance to have children because they were only married for a very short time, less than a few days. Soon after their secret wedding, Romeo was banished for killing Tybalt. They never lived together as husband and wife. Before they could reunite, the tragic misunderstandings happened, and both died very young. At that time, 1300s, it was an acceptable age for girls to get married at age 13, and for boys at age 16 or 17. 4. What Friar Lawrence was thinking when he helped them get married. Who is Friar Lawrence? Friar Lawrence is a kind, wise priest in Verona. He is respected by everyone, both Montagues and Capulets, and often gives advice to young people. He cares deeply about peace and goodness, and he wants to stop the fighting between the two families. Romeo told him that he wanted to marry Juliet after he had a breakup with another girl called Rosaline before Juliet. He thought, if I marry them, Maybe their families will stop fighting and finally make peace. He performed the secret wedding between Romeo and Juliet. When Romeo was banished, he helped the couple communicate. When Juliet was being forced to marry Paris, he gave her the sleeping potion to fake her death, trying to reunite her with Romeo later. Friar Lawrence helped Romeo and Juliet because he believed their love could end the family feud. He was a good man with a kind heart, but his plans failed, and that led to the sad ending. 5. What lesson Friar Lawrence learned, or what we can learn from him at the end of the story. When both lovers died, Friar Lawrence understood that rushing and secrecy can cause tragedy, even when your heart is in the right place. From Friar Lawrence's story, we can learn several important lessons. Think before you act. Even good ideas can go wrong if you rush. Be honest and open. Hiding the truth can create bigger problems. Peace cannot be forced. It must come from understanding, not secret plans. Love needs wisdom. Feelings are powerful, but they must be guided by reason. Friar Lawrence tried to bring peace with love, but his secret plans caused tragedy. He learned that doing the right thing in the wrong way can lead to disaster. In the end, his story teaches us to be wise, patient, and truthful in solving problems. 6. Why Romeo wanted to marry Juliet. Romeo wanted to marry Juliet because he truly loved her. She loved him back. He wanted to honor their love through marriage, and he hoped their union could bring peace to their fighting families. 7. What are differences between two families, Montagues and the Capulets? Montague's family. 1. More peace-loving and calm. 2. Lord Montague tries to avoid fights. 3. Romeo. A Montague is romantic and emotional. Capulet's family. 1. More hot-tempered and proud, because they were rich. 2. Lord Capulet often gets angry quickly and wants to control things. 3. Juliet, a Capulet, is gentle but strong-minded. Even with these differences, both families share pride and stubbornness, love for their children, and hatred that blinds them until tragedy strikes. The Montagues are calmer and more peaceful. The Capulets are stricter and more hot-headed. But both families are proud and enemies, and their hatred causes Romeo and Juliet's death.